So this is the new iPhone 17 Pro. This is limitless 7.0, and it's the most advanced phone case I've ever seen. All right, this is easily the most requested business for me to look into. Today we're talking about Arizona tea, and I think the reason so many people have requested this is fairly obvious. Clearly Arizona is up to something, selling these giant cans of tea for $99. Normally I don't like dealing in absolutes, however I am extremely confident in saying that this is the most gangster supply sergeant of all time. Today we're talking about Robert Howard, the most decorated Green Beret in U.S. history. He started off his military career as a mechanic, then became a parachute rigger, then became a supply sergeant. After being shot in the face and surviving in Vietnam, he then volunteered to go out with Mac V SOG whenever they needed an extra guy or a strap hanger, despite having no Green Beret or Special Forces training. Despite his initial lack of training, he rapidly went from the extra guy they brought along to help carry the radio to the man they specifically requested to come and help on their most dangerous missions. Having been shot in the face, blown up, and severely wounded multiple times on multiple occasions, he is quite literally the human embodiment of the Terminator and has been written up for the Medal of Honor on 3 separate occasions and awarded it once because that's legally the amount of times he could earn it. In addition to that, he has been awarded 2 Distinguished Service Crosses, the Silver Star, the Defense Superior Service Medal, 4 Legions of Merit, 4 Bronze Stars with V-Device, and 8 Purple Hearts. And we're going to get into it right after a word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Element. Okay, we're not going to overcomplicate this. It's hydration mix. You buy a box, it's got a bunch of sticks in it. You pour that in your water, you drink it, and then you're more hydrated. They got a bunch of different flavors. They also sell them in pre-made cans, and if you're like ultra health-minded, you can get just the raw thing and mix it with your water, and then it tastes like you're drinking salt water. Because you are. Element's legitimately one of the few products that I approached to see if they would sponsor me because I actually used their product beforehand, and to be honest with you, I just wanted a bunch of it for free. Let's read the ingredient list together. Okay, I actually know all of these words. Salt, citric acid, magnesium, potassium, natural flavors, stevia extract. That's it. Okay, there's no artificial dyes, so RFK's happy, the brainworms are mad. It's fantastic. On top of that, it's used by all kinds of professional athletes in the NBA, the NHL,
Let's get prepped up for some snow plowing. Big fat bowl is the way to go, I think. We'll wait a little bit for beer. I have no idea how long this is going to take.
To be completely honest with you, Element is probably the only reason me and the board podcast to finish our last live tour, because I don't think we would have made it to all the venues without it. So yeah, if you want to give it a try, head over to DrinkElement/Fat Electrician. Doesn't matter if you're an old customer or a new customer, you're going to get a free sample pack with your order. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins on July 11th, 1939, when Robert Howard is born in Opelika, Alabama. When he's 4 years old, his dad is drafted to go off and fight in World War II in the Pacific, and when Dad comes back, he suffers from what I can only describe as undiagnosed PTSD and has a crippling alcohol problem. From there, Dad works at the local cab company for the rest of Robert's childhood, and he grows up dirt poor in Opelika, Alabama, with his dad, his mom, his grandmother, and his 6 younger siblings. The only early childhood memory that he ever talks about was when he was young, he finally got a new pair of shoes, which was a big deal for a poor kid in the 1940s, and 5 high school bullies were trying to take his shoes. For the first week, they would chase him from the bus all the way to his house, but he would always outrun them and never get caught and got to keep his shoes.
Hey, there's one of the bags. Okay.
After seeing this, his grandmother pulled him aside and said, "Robert, you don't run away from your problems, you run towards them." The very next day, he comes back home from school beat up, but he still had his shoes. From here, Robert continues to grow up, and he is pretty much a brick shithouse of a young man, being 6 foot tall, 170 pounds, extremely athletic, and good at sports. Despite that, he drops out of high school to help his family make money and goes to work with Dad at the cab company.
Oh my God, I couldn't
17 years
even
old,
see
he
it.
gets his GED, and then wants to enlist in the military. Dad is furious, doesn't want his son to enlist, wants him to go off, get a normal job, lead a normal life. Robert basically just comes to him and is like, "Look, I'm 17, I need your signature to let me go join the military, but I'm going to do it in a year anyways if you say no, so you might as well just let me do it now."
Now I gotta make a phone call.
Signs the paperwork. Robert ships off to basic training.